So when it comes to bodyweight workouts, everyone knows that push-ups are going to be a staple in the routine. But a lot of people approach push-ups incorrectly. That is, they either overcomplicate the progression scheme or they do them incorrectly. And for the majority, they'll focus on how many push-ups they're doing rather than how well they're actually doing them. In today's video, I'm going to raise both those issues for you so that maybe, even in the comfort of your own home, you can evolve those pectorals of yours into plates of steel. So let's get into the video. Right, now I'm sure you have heard these guidelines from many other similar videos, but in short, I'm going to cover just how to do the push-up correctly. Starting with the elbows, you want to make sure you keep your elbows tucked in rather than let them flare out, because if you let them flare out, you're going to put a lot of stress on the elbows and the shoulders, especially the rotator cuff. So if you want to avoid any sticky issues and injuries, keep your elbows in. And with the shoulders, you want to make sure your shoulders are in line with the wrists. Make sure they're not too far forward or too far back, because that is going to hinder you from doing push-ups to your full potential. And lastly, the lower back. Keep the lower back straight, guys. Do not arch or sag the lower back. To prevent this, a good starting point is by co-contracting the glutes and quads throughout the whole movement and tensing the whole body, again, throughout the movement. But I've actually covered that in way more detail in another video. So if you want to check that out, feel free to do so. Now, onto the progressions. So, unlike many other people, I'm going to keep this nice and simple so it's easy to follow. Very uncommon in fitness. So to start, if you're struggling with regular push-ups, what you want to do is that you want to find an elevated surface to push from. And the higher the elevation, the easier it's going to be. And as everyone has different strength levels, the starting elevation point is going to differ from person to person. But in this video, I'm going to start with the very start, which is the wall push-up. So you want to do this push-up for sets of about 10 to 15 reps, nice and controlled. Don't cheat yourself, people, like most other people with push-ups. You want to do push-ups right. And then once you can do about 15 reps, you slowly want to decrease the elevation of the surface you're pushing from. So use your surroundings and get creative. I don't mind if you do on a kitchen corner or whatever. Try and make it as steadily as possible, like micro-loading, as I say, like you would in weightlifting. And over time, as you progress and slowly decrease the elevation of the surface you're pushing from, you're gradually going to increase the load on the upper body pushing muscles, and then eventually the surface you're pushing from is actually going to be flat on the ground, and now you're banging out regular push-ups. But some people with the progression may actually struggle in terms of the jumps in leverage. What you want to do is that with the previous progression, you want to make sure you're comfortable of doing that push-up at that angle with your feet nice and narrow, almost together. And then when you advance on to the harder push-up, so let's say going from quite a low incline to a regular push-up, and have your feet wider. And what it's going to do, it's going to create more stability and put less load on the chest, shoulders and triceps, making the exercise easier. Sorted. And again, over time, as you remain consistent and progress and get stronger, you're going to find that eventually push-ups become your bread and butter. So what you want to do from there to even advance the push-up further is throw your feet up on something like a sofa and start banging out decline push-ups, which is fantastic for the chest, shoulders and triceps, and of course the upper chest. Get some of that clavicle action going on, you know what I'm saying? And like before, if you struggle with that, make sure you're good at push-ups with your feet narrow, and then make sure to do a wider stance, and then bring your feet closer in as you get stronger. And then to progress even further, you may want to work to close grip push-ups by bringing your hands in closer and closer over time, and then side to side push-ups. But then here we'll get a bit more into the intermediate stage, so I'd save that for another video. But for my beginners, that is push-ups covered in a nutshell. And so that said, that is the end of the video. If you like this video and you found it helpful, feel free to give this video a thumbs up and support the channel, and to support the to support the channel even further, if you haven't subscribed yet, come on, do me a favour, man. Subscribe, come on, come on, come on. If you like these videos and you want to make sure that you do not miss a single one of them, which I wouldn't be surprised about, make sure to turn on post notifications so you don't miss a single upload of mine. That's all I have to say today. I'll catch you all in a couple days.